Humans have always dreamed of living longer. We have searched for fountains of youth. For centuries, this remained a fantasy. Aging was seen as an inevitable decline, but science is now challenging this old belief. Researchers are looking deep into the biology of aging, finding ways to slow it down. This is not about immortality. It is about extending our healthy years. A recent study offers a powerful glimpse of this future. Imagine a treatment that could extend your healthy lifespan, adding not just years to life, but life to years. Scientists are not just fighting individual diseases of old age, they are targeting the aging process itself. If we can slow aging, we might prevent many diseases at once, like cancer, heart disease, and dementia. The goal is a longer health span, a period of life free from chronic illness and frailty. A remarkable breakthrough has recently captured attention. Scientists working with mice achieved something extraordinary. They developed a cocktail of 3 existing drugs. When given to aging mice, this cocktail extended their lifespan by an astonishing 30%. These mice did not just live longer, they also lived healthier lives. This mouse study is more than just an interesting finding, it is a beacon of hope. The breakthrough did not come from a single magic bullet. Instead, it emerged from a carefully crafted combination. Scientists developed a cocktail of 3 specific drugs. These were not new experimental compounds. They were existing medications already understood to some degree. The drugs chosen were rapamycin, acarbose, and phenylbutyrate. Each of these molecules was known to influence aging pathways. The researchers hypothesized that a combined approach might be more powerful. They believed targeting aging from multiple angles could yield synergistic effects. This strategy proved to be incredibly successful in their mouse models. Rapamycin, for instance, is known to inhibit a pathway called mTOR. This pathway is involved in cell growth and metabolism. Slowing it down has been linked to longer life in many species. Acarbose is a drug used to treat type 2 diabetes. It works by slowing down carbohydrate digestion. This can mimic some of the effects of caloric restriction, a known longevity intervention. Phenylbutyrate is used for certain metabolic disorders. It appears to help with protein folding and reduce cellular stress. The idea was to attack cellular aging on several fronts simultaneously. Aging is a complex process. A single drug targeting only one pathway might have limited effects, but a combination of drugs, each with a different mechanism, could be far more potent. The researchers fine-tuned the dosages and the timing of administration. The results suggest their approach was well-founded. The results of the mouse study were truly striking. The most headline-grabbing finding was the lifespan extension. Mice receiving the drug cocktail lived, on average, 30% longer than the control group. This is a substantial increase in the lifespan of a mammal. But the story does not end with just a longer life. The quality of that extended life is equally important. The treated mice were not just old, they were healthy and active. They seemed to resist many of the usual declines associated with advanced age. Beyond simply living longer, the mice showed remarkable improvements in health markers. Their memory and cognitive functions were better preserved. In tests of learning and recall, the treated mice outperformed their untreated peers. This suggests the cocktail had a protective effect on the brain. Furthermore, their physical agility was maintained for longer. They were more active, stronger, and showed better coordination. The researchers also observed a significant reduction in age-related diseases. The health span of these mice was clearly extended along with their lifespan. These improvements were seen across various physiological systems. The overall picture was one of systemic rejuvenation. To understand how this drug cocktail achieved such remarkable results, we must look at the cellular level. Aging is characterized by several interconnected biological hallmarks. The drugs in the cocktail appear to target some of these key mechanisms. One important factor is the accumulation of senescent cells. These are cells that have stopped dividing but refuse to die. They linger in tissues, releasing harmful inflammatory substances. These substances can damage surrounding healthy cells and contribute to age-related decline. Another critical aspect of aging is mitochondrial decline. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of our cells. They produce the energy needed for all cellular functions. As we age, mitochondria become less efficient and more damaged. The drug cocktail may help improve mitochondrial function. For example, rapamycin influences metabolic pathways that are closely linked to mitochondrial health. By boosting mitochondria, the cells can function more youthfully. Telomere shortening is another well-known hallmark of aging. Telomeres are protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes. Each drug contributes a piece to the anti-aging puzzle. The power of the cocktail likely comes from this multi-pronged attack on the cellular dysfunctions that define aging. The success in mice is a giant leap for geroscience. However, translating these findings to humans is the next great challenge. Mice and humans share many biological similarities, but there are also crucial differences. A treatment that works wonderfully in mice may not be as effective or even safe in people. Therefore, rigorous human clinical trials are essential. These trials must be carefully designed to assess both the safety and efficacy of such a drug cocktail. This process will take many years and significant investment. We must proceed with caution and scientific rigor. The path to human trials is fraught with complexities. Firstly, defining and measuring aging in humans for a clinical trial is difficult. Unlike specific diseases, aging is a gradual process. Researchers need reliable biomarkers of aging to track the effects of any intervention. Secondly, longevity trials take a very long time. To see a significant effect on lifespan, studies would need to span decades. This makes them expensive and hard to manage. Therefore, initial human studies will likely focus on health span improvements. They might look at reducing age-related diseases or improving functional markers in older adults. Ethical considerations are also paramount. If effective anti-aging therapies become available, who will have access to them? Will they be affordable for everyone or only the wealthy? Despite these challenges, the quest for human longevity research is pushing forward. In summary, the recent mouse study using a 3-drug cocktail is a landmark achievement. It demonstrated a remarkable 30% extension in lifespan. More importantly, it showed significant improvements in health span. The treated mice enjoyed better memory, agility, and fewer diseases well into their extended old age. This research highlights the power of targeting multiple aging pathways simultaneously. The specific drugs, rapamycin, acarbose, and phenylbutyrate, each play a role. They address cellular issues like senescent cells, mitochondrial dysfunction, and metabolic imbalances, all contributing to the aging process. The promise of anti-aging research is truly transformative. We are moving beyond treating individual age-related diseases. We are beginning to understand and target the root causes of aging itself. The potential is to compress morbidity. This means reducing the period of ill health at the end of life. Imagine a future where people remain healthy and active for most of their lives. A future where chronic diseases of aging are largely preventable. This is the vision that drives scientists in this field. Extending health span would not only benefit individuals, it would also bring enormous economic and social benefits to societies worldwide. However, we must also acknowledge the current limitations and the long road ahead. What works in mice does not always translate directly to humans. The journey is filled with challenges, but also with immense hope.